Hey Nalts, happy birthday. I think I just subscribed to you like last week, so I nearly missed your birthday for this year. But anyways, happy birthday, another time around the sun. That's always cool. Video community, big question. I don't think it's any different than any other community though. It's all the same, it's just another human interactive experience. I think the only thing that makes it maybe a little different is the way that we're doing it right now, because it's a lot like phone tag, where you make a video for somebody and then they make a video that's a response, and there's a delay of like whenever you can come and check in, basically you pick it up and then you make one and send it back to them. I think anybody though that's on the internet is already used to that kind of interaction, maybe just from the phone. But so there's that kind of delay, and that kind of delay actually adds something to it too, because it's kind of like an automatic cooling off period. Because I've seen some people get pretty feisty on here, and I'm sure the feistiest of the videos, probably a lot of them get shelved just because there's that extra little bit of time, and I think that's good. Hater videos are entertaining for a little while, but there's just not enough depth to them to make them. I mean, nobody's going to watch hater videos a year from now, you know, or 5 years from now. That stuff's all going to get buried because it's only interesting now. It's like gossip, you know. It has such a short lifespan, which is good because you don't need too much of that. But I think part of the reason that YouTube works as far as the video community is just in part how big it is, how many numbers of users there are who were willing to go out and add something to it, you know, to add just their own videos talking about their lives, or their art projects or music projects, or, you know, all the crazy stuff that people add on here. It's really, really easy to waste an hour or two a day just wandering around, you know, like you pop onto one of your friends and they'll be talking about in their daily video some video that they saw that they thought was worth talking about, and then of course you want to go check it out, so you go check that out, and that leads to 3 or 4 more, and pretty soon you're 10, 20 videos down the road, way in new territory, stuff you had no idea that these people were out there. But it all turns out pretty cool, you know? Like it's pretty interesting just to basically wander the halls of YouTube looking for stuff. Because there's lots of stuff out there that maybe won't stand the test of time, I guess is a good way to put it. But it's still really interesting. It's a lot like, there's a show on the radio on NPR called This American Life, which is one of my favorite shows. It's definitely, I don't actually even listen to it that much on the radio anymore. I go straight to their website and listen to it there. But it's pretty much all kinds of random snippets of things that go on, you know, in life, just recorded, just them talking to people, or people telling stories, or interviews, whatever they do, and they tie it together for a theme. And that's kind of how I feel spending an hour on YouTube is, you know, like it's just slices of what it's like to be a human, you know, especially what it's really like to be one right now, you know. And I think that's what the community is, you know, just everybody maybe sharing, I was going to say sharing their insights, but that's not even true. It's like they're sharing what it is to be them, you know, how they see the world. And regardless of whether you agree with that, I think it's a pretty efficient way. I think learning about other people is probably the fastest way to learn about yourself. I think the problem that a lot of people have with like trying to imagine it as a community is maybe that people don't in general meet face to face directly from this. Some people definitely do. People are obviously, that's the thing that humans love to do, is meet face to face, because it's how we grew up, it's how we evolved. And so there's a huge appeal to that. But I don't think it's necessarily something that has to happen for a community to exist. I mean, people have, had friendships that existed through nothing but letters or, correspondence, that kind of thing for a long time. It can work. So the fact that we're doing it through videos, it's really no different. You can make amazing friends on here just as easy as you could make amazing friends going out to a bar, or a club or school or wherever you go, or work. So basically, I think it's a community because that's what people like to build. I think we naturally just try to reach out and connect with other people. And it's obviously not what YouTube planned this to be, but it's what we made it. So it's pretty cool. And thumbs up to YouTube for catching on and supporting it. Cool question. Now I have to see if I can edit as many of the ums out as I can. It's going to take a while.